Good morning, youth workers, and welcome back to the Student Ministry Today vlog. It is a Wednesday, a beautiful Wednesday, and I am just dropping my kids off at school. And today is our junior high night, so I've got a long day ahead of me as we prepare for junior high and welcome them into the church tonight. And I love our junior high group. They're so much fun, and we're really looking forward tonight. We're wrapping up our series, When the Going Gets Scared, the Scared Get Going. It's part of the Live curriculum from Group Student Ministry Resources. I've really enjoyed using that. I'll talk about that on another vlog. It's not what I'm talking about today. What I do want to talk about today is the topic of parents' meetings. Parents' meetings is something, gosh, I have done them since way back in the day when I got started. I try to have a parents' meeting just about every year. I won't say I have had them every year because there's been some years that we just haven't done them, but I have had to. I have attempted to do a parents' meeting just about every year, and I do them for a number of reasons. First, I try to do a parents' meeting as early in the season as possible, so that I can get in front of the parents as much information about the coming ministry year as possible. Generally, we have them in September. This year, actually because of the business of our fall calendar, we're doing ours this coming Sunday night. So it's actually the end of October, so it's a lot later than I normally do it. But I just couldn't get it into the September calendar the way we had things structured. But I feel it's super important that we get with students and we get with parents and we present to them as much of the year as possible. So here are the things I like to go over when it comes to our parents' meetings. The first thing I think it's important that we do is introducing leaders. So as much as possible, I try to get my leaders there and try to get them in front of the parents and get them introduced so that parents get a chance to see and meet the adults who are working with their kids. Of course, we require full background checks. I have a little application where the leaders have to fill out. It requires a little bit of their sharing their testimony. And of course, there's the one-on-ones and spending time with them, getting to know them. But I like to get the leaders in front of the parents so the parents can see who's working with their kids, giving them that contact point. Now, I don't give out any personal information of our leaders. Like, we don't give out phone numbers or emails. That's something that the leaders can do if they choose. But we really try to make the point of contact not the leaders, but with the main leadership. So that would be me in the office. But I think it's really important that parents get to meet the leaders. The second thing I like to do is to go over the vision, the purpose, and the direction of the student ministry. I think it's important that the parents understand what it is that we're trying to accomplish. And I want the parents to know what their role in that process is. I don't believe that the youth ministry is the organization that is to be the primary spiritual leadership in their kids' lives. I really believe that's the parents in the family setting. So that's mom and dad's job. But I do believe that the student ministry plays a role as a partner in that. And that partnership includes us discipling the students, includes us giving them opportunities to experience worship in a corporate setting. And I think it involves us giving them opportunities for the students to have service and ministry/missions opportunities. And so taking a few minutes just to go over with the parents what our general vision and our direction and how we see ourselves partnering with parents. I like to make sure the parents are aware of those things. The third thing that I like to go over is the calendar. I try to put together as much as possible a full year's calendar so that parents have the general idea of when the big events are going to be taking place. This fall, we put out a 4-month calendar, knowing that we weren't going to be able to have our parents' meeting until October. So we talked about what we were going to do in September, October, November, December. We covered those 4 months, and we'll touch on November and December. But really, our focus is going to be from January through to probably the beginning of the school year in 2019. I don't know that I'll go as far as December, but I might go that far. But in the big thing with putting your calendar out there is that you have to put the disclaimer that some dates and activities might change, simply because there are things that come up through the year that you aren't anticipating. There are things that are happening at the school that impact what you're trying to do with the students, and so I try to say, here's our calendar, but please understand that we might change things as that time comes, simply because of conflicts or, school stuff or family stuff or whatever. But I try to give them a good look at what the calendar looks like activity-wise. And since I have my teaching schedule already ready to go for the next 2 years, thanks to Live curriculum from Group Student Ministry Resources, because I have that already lined out for the next couple of years, I can actually share with them our series and our teaching materials for the coming school year for 2019. So as we go over the calendar, we're going to be going over both activities and we'll be going over our teaching material. The fourth thing I like to go over with parents is just basic ways of communication. I know not everybody communicates in the same way. Not everybody is using the same methods of communication. And so we try to educate our parents as to how they can find out what's going on. We utilize emails. We utilize social media. We have a website. We have a bi-monthly newsletter. And so just communicating with the parents how we get information out so that they can be aware of what platform works better for them. If they're, faithful at checking their emails, then the e-newsletter is the best way to go. If, they're ones that like to receive mail, then mail is the best way for things to go. If they're on social media, maybe Facebook or Twitter is the best way for them to follow. So just communicating how we best get information out is for the parents. And then the fifth thing that I like to do with parents meetings is leave time for Q&A. Parents always have a bunch of questions they want to ask, things they want to know, ways that they can maybe plug in and help. And so I always make sure I leave time for them to ask questions, and we can talk about some of the things about ministry that they're most interested in. So those are the 5 things that I kind of focus on when it comes to parents meetings. Those are the 5 things that I will be bringing to my parents meeting this coming Sunday night. But I'd like to hear what you do with parents. 1, do you host a parents meeting, and your reasons why? 2, what are the things that you like to go over during those times? What things do you feel are most important to communicate with parents? I'd love to hear kind of your thoughts on those things. One of my big things is I wonder if anyone else puts out like parenting or family type resources. I haven't done that in a long time. For there was a while there, I don't think parents were really taking advantage of that stuff, and it was putting a lot of effort and time into putting a resource together that wasn't getting used. But I'm curious to see if anybody out there is doing that, and if you are, what are you doing? How are you communicating? Providing resources and tools for parents as they raise their kids. I'd love to hear what you're doing. So go ahead and leave your comments below. I would love to hear from you and respond back with you and have a good little conversation. If today's vlog post was helpful, would love to hear from you. Give us a thumbs up. And of course, we would love to have you subscribe. We try to get a vlog up every single day. It's kind of evolving. I've really been at this for 2 weeks now, but I'm trying to evolve this vlog into something that is really helpful for you, while still trying to keep it to, roughly 5 to 10, 12 minutes long. I don't ever want to go over 15 minutes, so we're trying to keep a really tight fit on that. So something you can watch quickly and then get on with the rest of your day. So, all right, I got to get on with the rest of my day. So thank you so much for watching. We'll check in with you tomorrow. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.